Hello and welcome to this session which is based on correlation. Correlation or correlation coefficient is very important for inferential statistics and to prove hypotheses. Today in this session I will explain you the basics of correlation and you can be able to imply this knowledge while doing correlation test in any statistical softwares. Correlation is looking for association or linear relationship between two or more variables. For example, the relationship between variable A and variable B. In social science, we are interested to see the relationship parameters. Correlation test will help us to know such relationships. While doing correlation, a researcher should have knowledge of the following requirements. Pearson correlation is the common correlation coefficient which signifies the linear relationship between variables. In social science, we generally prefer Pearson correlation coefficient. Correlation value is very important to see positive or negative or no relationship between variables. The value lies between -1 to 1. -1 indicates negative correlation, 1 indicates positive correlation, and 0 indicates no relationship. Please follow examples in the next slide. We have three correlation coefficients, that is positive correlation, negative correlation, and no correlation. In positive correlation, the points close to straight line. If one variable increases, then other variable will also increase. Correlation coefficient value always be positive. In negative correlation, the points close to straight line. If one variable increases, other variable decrease. Correlation coefficient value always negative. In no correlationship, the points are always scattered. No linear relationship between variables. Correlation coefficient value always 0. Hypothesis. Actually, hypothesis is a tentative judgment to see the relationship of variables. You would be able to develop hypotheses with the help of your extensive reviews, empirical evidences, and putting your experiences. Example, income will increase with increasing age. How you develop this hypothesis? To develop this hypothesis, you referred few books and articles. You found that most of the authors or researchers stated that if age will increase, then income will also increase. This knowledge influenced you to put a hypothesis following other researchers' work. In this way, you can develop your own study hypothesis. Null hypothesis. Null hypothesis will always deny your study hypothesis. And when you are talking about hypothesis, null hypothesis will automatically appear. So you have a study hypothesis, that is income will increase with increasing age. Null hypothesis will reject your study hypothesis by stating income won't increase with increasing age. Kindly make a note. To prove your hypothesis, you need to reject null hypothesis. Two-tailed test. Normal distribution of data follows altogether 5% of errors from both sides, that is, both right and left. This error is also known as critical region. Please see the diagram. In both corners, you can see error, and these two errors signifies two-tailed test. So when you go for SPSS test, if you think that your data is normally distributed, or if you develop the normal distribution curve, that time you always go for two-tailed test, not for one-tailed test. One-tailed test means the error appears in one direction. This may be in left side or right side. So that is the difference between one-tailed test and two-tailed test. So most of the time we used to go for two-tailed test. Confidence interval. Social science generally prefers 95% confidence interval, which means you are sure that 95% of your data would be there in acceptance region. Please see the below diagram. Here you can see that 95% of data stays within the normal distribution curve. Only 5% went outside in both the direction, in right direction and even in left direction. But you can see the boxes, green boxes, that appeared in a bell-shaped curve, and this bell-shaped curve is known as normal distribution. So I also mentioned below, your study data lies here. You set your p-value 0.05. That means you are 95% confident about your data. I will tell you about 0.05 significance in later slides. Significance. For doing correlation test in social science, the preferable confidence interval is 95%, and significance level stands up to 0.05 or less. If significance level is more than 0.05, means data is insignificant, or in other words, you can say that there is no correlation between variables. If significance level is equal or less than 0.05, means data is significant, and in other words, you can say that data is correlated with each other. Significant level is very important. So when you will go for SPSS test, that time you will see significant level will appear, and while looking significant level, no, you can understand that your hypothesis is going to prove or disapprove, and you can see the points. With the points, no, you can understand. So if it is 0.000, that means it is significant. It is less than 0.05. It is even less than 0.01. But if you have a value while doing SPSS test that balloon maybe 0.727, significance level 0.727. That time you can say that it is insignificant. Why? Because it is more than 0.05. Correlation patterns in SPSS. Intentionally I put this slide over here because when you will go for SPSS test, that time you will see three types of correlation test will appear over there. So first one we will see vibrate. Vibrate means when you have two or more variables to see the linear relationship. The next one is partial. When you have variables along with control group to measure. So in partial, no, there you will put your two variables or three variables, but at the same time you need to measure with certain control group. For example, cancer reducing among women. So the control variable may be tobacco. Okay. Then distance. When you have random variables to check either case-wise or pair-wise distribution. So here you will select random variables and then you will see the relationship between one case to another case or from one pair to another pair. I think this knowledge would be enough for you to understand correlation, and when you will practice SPSS, uh, when you will go with SPSS to test correlation, that time you will be able to uh, understand and you will be able to see the resemblance of your theoretical knowledge into practical. So I hope days to come you will definitely practice SPSS and you will be able to do the correlation test independently. With that note, I would like to say thank you. We'll meet again maybe in practical session of SPSS. Thank you very much.